Deep dive. Scenario 4. The large amount of money. This is one of 4 scenarios in a longer protocol, but stands alone. The foundational ideas in one line each: you are source. Every version of you and your wealth already exists, somewhere in the field. The 3D you see today is a recording of the version you have been. You do not have to feel it, just decide. The work is internal, the external behavior is normal. Do not grip the how or chase. Got those? Now we go deep on this scenario. Here is the situation. You want a large amount of money. Not a small amount. Not a comfortable amount. A large amount. The lottery. A deal that pays. An inheritance. An unexpected windfall. A book deal. A business sale. A specific sum, 500,000. 5 million. 10 million. Whatever your specific number is. You have £400 in your account today. The contradiction is loud. The first temptation is to grip the how, to decide that the money must come via a specific route. The lottery specifically, or that one investment specifically, or that one client you have been chasing. The doctrine says, do not grip the how. The route is not your job. Your job is the end state. If you grip the lottery as the only route, you have narrowed reality. You have told the system, bring me this specific path or none. And that narrowing reduces the path of least resistance to almost zero, because reality has many more channels for delivering wealth than the lottery. Let the channel be whatever it is: a surprise gift, a new opportunity, an idea you have not had yet. Reality will route it through the path of least resistance, which is almost never the one you predicted. The second temptation is the desperately fantasy, the this would solve everything feeling. If only I had this money, all my problems would dissolve. I could finally relax. I could finally be the person I want to be. That feeling is the state of someone who is currently not solved, who needs to be saved by external delivery. And that state, the not solved state, is what produces the unsolved life. The version of you who already has the wealth is not desperate. The version of you who already has the wealth is at ease, slightly bored about it. The money is not the rescue. It is just part of who they are. So you have to drop the desperation before the money arrives. You become the version of you who is at ease about money, who takes wealth for granted, who is slightly bored about it, and then the money flows. The third temptation is the affirmation trap. You say, I am rich out loud, while internally, underneath the words, you still feel the heaviness of I do not have 5 million. I am waiting for 5 million to come. The words are decoration. The feeling underneath is what is actually playing. And the feeling underneath is the affirmation that is operative. Do not affirm. Do not chant. Do not say it 1,000 times. Decide. Once. And hold it. Without performance. The phrases used in this scenario, in the right tense. I am rich. I have always been rich. Money has always been easy. Every day my wealth increases. I always have more than enough. I have always had more than enough. Money is obsessed with me. Money flows to me easily. Notice these are present tense and past perfect. Not I will be rich, not I am becoming rich, not the money is coming, already. Always. The phrases are spoken while having £4 in the account, deliberately. The 3D bends to the awareness, not to the bank balance. The 2 layers point matters here, more than in any other scenario. Internally, you are wealthy. Fully. Already. You can imagine the bank balance. You can imagine the relaxed posture of someone who never thinks about money. You can hold all of that internally, with no externally visible change. Externally, you do not spend money you do not have. You do not act rich. You do not buy a flashy watch. You do not move flats. You do not tell people you are about to come into money. The 4D claim is full. The 3D behavior is the calm posture of someone who is internally settled about money, but who handles their actual life with care. You look at your accounts the way that version would. Without panic, without obsession, without dread, without the daily ritual of refreshing to see if anything changed. Just look, note, do not become small, move on. Day to day, this looks like, every morning briefly in your head, you remind yourself, I am rich. Money flows to me. I have always had more than enough, without theatrics. Then you go about your day. When the bank app pings with a notification, you note it without becoming small. When you have to choose whether to buy something or save, you choose calmly, without panic, without "I cannot afford this." When you see other people with more, you note it without resentment, because you are slowly becoming that version of you. If you buy a lottery ticket, and you might buy it as the version of you who already has wealth would, not as the rescue, as one of many small things that are part of the abundant life. Then forget about it. The forgetting is the assumption that the wealth is not contingent on this one ticket. One specific instruction: do not focus on a specific dollar amount. Focus on the abundance of it all. The steady flow. The wealth that increases every day. The specific number is too narrow. The abundance is wider. Let the abundance arrive in whatever shape it takes, in whatever amount it takes. That is the scenario, the large amount of money. Now, take a breath. Carry it with you.